here again in this Progress Power session. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you are blessed from all our production in this session that we started some weeks ago. And we've been dealing with how to reach out to our children, because no matter how successful you are, if your children are not raised in the way of the Lord, you have done a great disservice to them, and you have also not done well in society, because the children we have today are the leaders tomorrow. And not only that, because their soul is very important in the hand of the Lord. So we've been talking about this, and last week I started about parenting, successful parenting, and we look at 5 things that we have to avoid in successful parenting. Today we want to progress in that, and I want to share with you 3 discernible attainments in successful parenting. 3 discernible attainments in successful parenting. That is, these are the 3 things you must watch out. These are the 3 things you must measure. These are the 3 things that must be in your caliber and you'll be looking at in your children. Are they attaining it or not? Very many of us do a lot of activity in child training, but we are not hitting the target. And one of the reasons is that we do not have the clear goal of what we are doing. What's the product? What do you want to achieve? How do you want to ensure that you are training your child, and your children are trained well? In this balance, we call it maturity. You need to make sure that what my goal is to make these children mature. Mature in the way of the Lord, mature in how they handle themselves, mature in the decision taking. God's Spirit helping you anyway, but you must have that clear goal in your mind. And today I'm going to look at 3 things you want to look at, 3 indicators of maturity. One of them is that you must discern the level of self-control in your child. Yes, self-control. You do not want to raise children that will always be ruled by passion, emotion, desire, and any curiosity. You must ensure that your children are under control. They do not just give in to what comes to their mind. Freedom to do whatever they want to do. No. Your children must be trained to have self-control. You must ensure that in them. Because a child that does not have self-control cannot respect the parents. And if a child cannot give to them, look at my parents are talking, let me listen to them, that child lacks self-control. Regardless of what he has in himself or herself, he must come to the table to respect the parent, because a child that does not have self-control will grow up to be a self-indulgent child. So always look for level of self-control in your children that is able to control himself, to control what he does, especially when instruction is being given. Number 2, discern the level of wisdom in your children. How is your children growing? What's your understanding level? What is the insight the child himself is bringing? Is he able to learn from experience? Is the child able to make right decision at the right time? We must ensure that's our goal, that the child is able to apply what the experience itself has been learning, and to show understanding, and to be able to take good decisions. Children need to have wisdom to apply it, to take right decision. And the 3rd is to develop the level of responsibility in our children. Friends and parents, very many of us are relaxed in this point. Probably because of the age, but you also need to know that as the child is growing, those 3 things determine maturity, and you need to be measuring the level that is attaining self-control, in wisdom, and also responsibility. When you allow your child to blame every other person, blame the teacher, blame the pastor, even blame the senior sibling, that no, because of this, that's why I did this. No, you must press on the child that you have to bear responsibility on what you do. A child that grows in that will learn how to be faithful, will learn how to work. A child that first of all starts from his bed. Does he or she lays his bed? Does he pick the plate in the house? When you're just eating, you just leave it there until we come and pack it? No. You don't need to indulge that child. You must press upon the responsibility, what he has to do. When the child grows in self-control, when he grows in wisdom, when he grows also in responsibility, that child will grow in maturity. And that's where we want our children to be, to mature. maturity in the things of God and the things that they do. I hope you have learned one or two things today. These are 3 discernible attainments you must watch in your children: self-control, wisdom, and also responsibility. I will soon hear again. I pray that the Lord will walk in our children and will make them what He wants them to be. Thank you so much. See you again in our Progress Power session where we learn great things. The Lord bless you.